In today's video, we're gonna be using the KRIG C, especially after the Season 4 Reloaded update. I want y'all to know, man, that thing is crazy good, man. Drop a like if you guys do to the channel. Don't forget we go live on Twitch every single day. 1 FPS, man. Y'all don't want to miss those lives, man. We'll catch y'all later, man. Peace. Alrighty, guys. So Rebirth Casuals just came out, and I feel like we need to talk about it because I put up a video the other day talking about it on my TikTok, and I feel like it just got so misinterpretation to what people took from my video. So I feel like the best thing to do, let's make a gameplay, let's play some casuals, and let's just talk about it. And I don't want to act like what my opinion says matters more than anybody else out there, because it doesn't. And I think it's what we're going to do here is we're going to discuss both casual and both normal Rebirth and kind of come to a general consensus to how everybody's feeling about this. So I'm in a TikTok today talking about Rebirth casuals, and mainly what I ended up saying was that I didn't like it because it kind of felt a little bit boring. But there's a couple things that I can say that I like about casual that I don't like about regular Rebirth. And it's not even about shooting bots per se. I think that that might be the more boring part at times, actually. But I think it's the pacing of the game. I think the pacing of the game is much better in Rebirth casual. It's much more slower than it is in the regular Rebirth. I feel like regular Rebirth has become very... The pacing of that is just not good. It's supposed to be a very casual mode, right? So, my argument to people was, when this mode came out, was that, you know, I used to go to college full-time. I worked a job full-time. And I'm not saying this to flex on anybody. I don't want anybody to be like, oh, that's a weird flex, bro. You know, it's just, I'm just saying what I used to do. And I used to come home, play video games all the time. You know, I used to stream, record videos, whatever it was that I was doing, I would still come home and do those things. And we didn't have Rebirth casuals at that time, right? So you kind of had to play in regular lobbies. And honestly, I don't mind playing regular lobbies. I don't think it's a big deal playing in them. I feel like they have such a negative connotation. So there's 12 bots on here. I'm sorry, there's 12 real people and there's 36 or whatever. There's 12 real people and 20 bots, something like that. Now, most of the time when I'm playing this, I can tell you right now, it's fun dropping 40, 50 kills in a casual game mode. Because for people that have never dropped 40, 50 kills, I can see why this is fun. I can see why this is fun for people. Because like I said, if you've never dropped this many kills in a game, well, then, you know, there you go. You got something to work towards, right? But as of where we stand right now, with gaming currently and the way it's going, it's so different from how it was when I was growing up. I'm only 24 years old. I don't want anybody to start making comments in my freaking comment section. I'm not that old, okay? I'm really not that old. I'm still really young, right? But if you look at the map right now, there's 38 people up, 17 kills. That's such a healthy lobby, right? That's really healthy. And I think that's why this is so fun for people, because, like I said, the games don't go as fast. You can get more kills, have a little bit more fun, get a little bit more greedy. I remember growing up playing video games on the Xbox 360, and damn, that makes me sound so old. You know, gaming was a lot different back then. It wasn't like this, like what it is now. You know, it just wasn't. I feel like everybody wants like a participation trophy, but I also feel like gaming is now very competitive now than what it used to be. Like, I feel like gaming is ultra competitive. It's not... The whole landscape is changing. And when you get a mode like casuals, I can definitely understand where people are coming from. Because I used to play in a console back then. I used to play in the Xbox One, played in the Xbox 360. I had an Xbox my whole life. I even like played PlayStation as well. And gaming was so much different because you don't have the advancements on PC as you do on a console. So console, you can't fine-tune audio, you can't fine-tune your controller. You know, on PC, we can fine-tune our audio, fine-tune our controller. I think that most of the Call of Duty player base has moved to PC because they like those adjustments in the game. And I think the general opinion with console gamers is that the game is more sweaty. And I think instead of taking out skill-based matchmaking, I feel like just having this game mode in the game, it's just a temporary fix. It's like putting a band-aid on a problem that they just don't want to fix, if that makes sense. I won't lie, it feels really cool running around with this KRIG right now because this thing is actually really fun to use. It's still just as good as it was before the nerf, and I don't really think it's bad at all. So, I mean, you know, listen, I don't think it's bad, but, you know, I think that's really the problem with gaming, is you have a lot of console people that are getting beat up by these PC players. I think a lot of them are cheating, or a lot of them are sweaty, but the problem is that, man, playing from PC to console, it's such a different experience. The game runs faster, the game runs smoother, you have more frames, you're gonna win more gunfights, and I think that's just the problem. I can't identify where the problem starts or ends, but I can say this. I have a couple friends that play casually, and they play the Warzone casuals. They like how many kills they're able to drop in Warzone casuals, and I'm glad that they have fun with it. No doubt about it. But at what point do you get bored just shooting bots? Like, this is fun right now. I won't lie to you. It's fun getting a lot of kills. I think that's, like, ultimately always going to be fun, right? Like, getting a lot of kills in a video game. Like, who wouldn't have fun doing that? But I feel like that's that inner, like, little competitiveness side into me that's like, well, this is, like, really easy. And that's a real player right there. That's actually a real player. That's actually... So, like, you can still die in this mode from real players. Instantly, that is a real player. That's not a bot. So, at one point, like, do you get bored of just, like, shooting AI? You know? Like, at what point does that become boring to people? I guess that's kind of, like, where my question lies with this, you know? Because I love Call of Duty. I love playing it. It's always been my favorite franchise growing up. And I still love the game and the franchise. But, man, recently, with all the changes coming into this game, I can't help but to think, like, or wonder, like, what direction is this game going into? What does it want to be? And I'm lost. I'm lost to try to figure that out. I feel like a lot of people always say, oh, I'm tired of getting smoked by unemployed people or whatever. But back then, when I played video games, like I said, it was school full time, and you know, I didn't get to play the video game all the time. My parents certainly didn't let me play the video game all the time, and I'll tell you right now, I used to always want to get better at the game because I always wanted to be like the better players. I used to always want to get better. And I know that some people don't want to get better at the game. And I guess it's just a very hard, confusing thing to grasp. And I would love to know your guys' comments about casual, if you guys like it, if you guys don't like it, and why that is. Like, why? Like, why do you like it, or why don't you like it? I would love to know these things because I'm pretty sure right now we're probably going to drop 50 kills. Like, this is actually insane how easy this is, right? It's cool. But I think this is really good for camo grinding. I think it's really good to be able to kind of come in here and chill and maybe drop a lot of kills, you know, if you really want to. So I think that's really cool in itself. Like, coming in here and being able to do that. Like, I actually think that's really cool. I can't believe I just missed that. That's actually kind of wild that I just missed that. But I think that's actually cool. Like, be able to come in here and drop a lot of kills, you know? So I think that is cool by itself, but you know what? Honestly, I'd love to know if you guys want to see more casual on this channel or more regular, or we spice it up between the two, because I won't lie to you, if you guys want to see more casual, I'll play more casual for you guys. You know, I don't really mind doing that. It's really whatever you guys want to see, you know? I'm not going to go ahead and, you know, I don't really care. You know, we can play more casual. We can play more regular. That's a real player right there, by the way. That was definitely not a bot right there. That was a real player. I can tell. But it's at the same time, I don't like it, but I have fun getting just easy brain dead kills. I didn't have to work for it. That's also like so fun. So it's tough, man. This mode is so tough to determine because it's like, it's not bad. Like, the amount of world records that people are going to drop in this mode. Because at the end of the day, people can say, oh, you know, it doesn't count, whatever. But listen, at the end of the day, if you can drop 60, 70 kills, it still takes skill to walk around the map and try to get that. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. How people go for their world records and how people enjoy this mode. I'm gonna look forward to seeing that. But right now, dude, listen, this KRIG still feels the same than what it was literally before. Like, I'm not noticing a difference at all with it. So, like, if anybody's still trying to run the KRIG, y'all gotta use this, man. It still feels just as good as it did before. To me, at least. And, you know, these lobbies are so different from, like, my 2-box lobbies that I would play into. Like, my 2-box lobbies were never, like, this chill. So, for people that have never 2-boxed, this is a good way for you to get out there and learn how that feels, you know? Because I tried 2 boxing, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And it's fun sometimes, but also at the same time, it gets boring too, just like anything else, you know? So it's not a ultimate fix. So, you know, just letting y'all know, man. This guy's gotta hop over. I think that's a real player. I think that's a real player. Ah, we'll go with it, yeah. Like, we're actually gonna drop a 60 bomb right now. And it will probably be the easiest 60 bomb. Like, I've never had a pacing of Rebirth Island like this ever. Like, none of my games have ever looked like this ever on playing Rebirth. Like, never in my life have they ever looked like this. The one thing I can see people saying, though, and doing is being like, oh, but the sweat's got to get off casual. And I think everybody should be able to enjoy this mode in some type of capacity. And I hope they are able to. Looks like it's us versus, like, 4 people, and we're going to drop a 60. But I would love to know what you guys think and how you guys feel about this mode. And if you guys want to see more of this, like I said, I wouldn't mind doing it. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm half and half with it, man. I like it, but I also equally hate it. And not because I don't want people to have fun. It's just like, you know, I feel like we're going to miss that competitive integrity in the game, you know? And I feel like we're just pretty much ripping that out of this. This guy underneath us? I feel like we're ripping that out of this game by doing this mode, you know? But listen, bro, 61 kills, man. The KRIG is still good as ever. Let me know what y'all think about casuals, man. I'm going to catch y'all later, dudes.